Thank you very much, Tao. Good morning, everyone. We're very pleased to welcome some of our colleagues from transatlantic. So we had from Princeton University, and then we had the pleasure to get also some early career professional working either on enzyme engineering or PFAS degradation. So we're quite pleased to see and got the opportunity to get the early career here as well in the room. And we got also the microphone. Even with my voice, you can't hear. So it's where it's better to come up front. And then we got also, so better now? No. So maybe what might be better is come here. We are COVID-free these days. It's full of space. And also we got some of our companies or spin-out companies doing enzyme engineering or other synthetic biology approach. So it's also trying to find an opportunities to do match-up. Obviously, we are about to focus on PFAS. So these days, the PFAS is obviously the very hot topic. What the big issues is when we say PFAS, quite a lot of people think about one or two compounds. They keep forgetting it's several hundred of compounds. And most of the time, we are effectively hearing about PFOA and PFOS, the two more easy. And currently, it's 40 PFAS compounds being monitored. Then we know about the legislation. So the US has been and the Australian have been putting some very challenging target for monitoring and degradation, which is not without challenges so for the environmental process and treatment. So for today, we will get some talk covering some of these opportunities, but challenges we're dealing with and trying to see what we can do just beyond. So why for our environmental biotechnology and innovation center and EBNet? So all started, as Tom mentioned, I'm a co-director of the Environmental Biotechnology Network. So this was a BBSRC initiative funded, and we were across the wastewater treatment, management, and bioremediation. And what we identify in UK, we are quite, if you look on the map, surely if we compare to our colleague in the US, we're a bit smaller, but we're quite patchy as well. We were not well connected. So the network missions was trying to bring this sector together, especially the wastewater and the waste sector. And what was the drive is effectively we're going towards higher or tighter standards, and we are getting also quite a lot of finite resources. So we need to think about our water treatment, how we could better use resources or recover resources. We effectively, this system are in need of energy. So how we can provide the bioenergy needed for this resource. And if you look into the challenge and opportunities, we need to make sure we provide high performance, low costs. We close the loop. We need to provide added value. So many things we need to deliver. And it's not only with one approach. So we were thinking we should come together to trying to tackle all these challenges and how we could address them, perhaps not in one go, but as a trained system component or integrated system. So really, I'm sure you probably you are engineers, civil engineer, environmental microbiologists. When you go to the water industry or the waste industry or microbes, you know, it's great, but no, thank you. We want to do chemical process. So what we need really is to try to demonstrate, because effectively our water or waste treatments are quite often mediated by biological processes. And the fact for the public, they don't really know that. And it's how we could really harness the microbial system within engineered system. And that was what pushed together to have a three key theme. So I was co-leading with my colleague from Marriott Watt University, Professor Tony Gutierrez, the pollutant and media. Then we had our colleague from Newcastle and Southampton around the biology engineering. And then we had the society, environment, and techno-economics with Surrey University. And that was the prime that drive for moving forward with the hub now, with the Environmental Biotechnology Innovation Center. So we had quite a good community, and we have a run of proof of concepts, and we got now across UK about almost 1,500 members. And that gave us the critical mass. But now what we were missing is the synthetic biology community. We were the more environmental engineer. We engineer the environment for the microbes to perform what we want them to do. But these days, if you want to achieve better yields, better efficiency, lower carbon, well, instead of going big reactor, can we downscale? So the engineering biology is giving us one opportunity to explore whether we can downscale process, get same yield or even better yields, reducing pump costs, electricity, air injection, etc. There is also an opportunity to explore. So PFAS within this compound, so polyfluoroalkyl substances, they are brilliant because they don't stick. I can fry my steak. We got in France, Rumilly, if you go there, don't drink the water. Now it's banned for the next 30 years. It was the Tefal village. We used to do all the Teflon for the Tefal cooking pan. But the PFAS, so far, physical-chemical, you can separate them. We do a bit of foaming, and we said, yeah, we clean the water. Yeah, we get the foam, we burn it. It works. We do activated carbon. It works for a few substances, but not for the long chain, or sometimes the long chain, but not the short chain. And there is opportunity effectively with the engineering biology to think about how we could perhaps exploit the halogenation, defluorination. So there is already some work happening. Some of our colleagues here from Princeton will give us some insight. But there is also about enzyme engineering, how we could engineer enzyme. So we initiate with the Tao leadership. So we put together this PFAS working group where we do a position paper. We had a few proof of concepts. And we have also done some molecular docking. So that's been pushing us further for the EBIC to continue on that avenue. Last year, we started the hub. So now we are transitioning from a network to a research innovation center. So we got research money to do effectively the proper research rather than just networking. We connected the people. We've been funded for 5 years. And we are effectively across all the street, if you want, tools on using synthetic biology, but also we are having a very key theme around the responsible research innovation. So there's really ensuring if we do engineer things, they engineer properly and we understand the consequences or unintended consequences if we do use them. Within this hub, we got 3 key themes. One is more on the biosensing. So you will hear today during the workshop, we got some presentation around ideas and projects in development for PFAS sensing. We got a second theme around environmental bioremediation. So they're effectively trying to think about whether we could do biosequestration or biodegradation of some PFAS compounds. And then it's about an idea around the biofilm performance. If you haven't seen, I encourage you to look on LinkedIn. Today we have released a podcast on how we are thinking with our colleague from Brunel on how we engineer biofilm for plastic degradation. The hub is bringing 10 universities across UK. So we are effectively having about 17 postdocs so far and about 20 PhD associates. And we are effectively trying to get to scale the engineering biology for environmental application. Within all these nice portfolio. We do have the PFAS research interest and leadership on the town. So it's been, we set up this working group, focus group around the PFAS. Then we had the conferences dedicated and coordinated here at Cronfield about the water and wastewater network. We got the workshop today. We're currently also having projects on nature-based solutions. So that is really the fun of town, trying to use NBS combined with nanobubbles. And now we're trying to think about adding engineered enzyme for potentially targeting PFOS and PFOA at the moment. That is the drive for the water utilities. And we are just been pitching a new proposal for sensing PFAS using a biological approach. So this is quite good progress for us, it's a good place. And recently we also completed, as part of EBNet, we have done some molecular docking simulation trying to identify how we could engineer enzyme to target specific PFAS compounds. Within the hub also, we got some colleagues from Bangor University. So with them, we are targeting, we're trying to look at dechlorination and trying to tweak this enzyme to do defluorination in anaerobic conditions. So the idea, we would like to move either in reactors, but also thinking about soil remediation by using immobilized enzyme. Might be some opportunity as well, just want to raise, as part of the hub, we are very much focusing on accelerating the opportunity to translate our research towards application. So we do have some seed card funding. This seed card funding, we got several calls during the year, so I encourage you to visit our website to keep it aware. But it's really partnering also with our colleagues, so it could be academia, service provider, or industries. It's all about identifying markets, what might be the needs, and also short proof of concept to demonstrate the viability of a concept for application. And we are just going to open our flexible funding. So this is much more substantial. You can get projects between 150 to 250,000 pounds. So 150,000 and 250,000 pounds. This is to partner with the colleagues within the hub. And again, it's really trying to demonstrate we can bring things to scale. And at Cronfield, we are fortunate to have that scale, pilot scale facilities. So I encourage you to sign up to be a member. It's free, just to keep aware. We're trying to expand our community and also link with the other engineering biology hub that have been funded, especially the plastics and the metals recovery. And here you got today with us, we got Crystal and Nicola. So there, anything you would like also to share or to promote, we're more than happy to do. And just keep in touch or email us at info@ebcenter.co.uk. On this, let's now focus on the PFAS and all our invited speaker. And it's great to see quite a variety. And we, as part of the hub, we were also very keen to promote the early career researcher. That is the future blood that is going to help us to move forwards. So it's very important. So as part of this ECR flash presentation, at the end, we will have also a best prize award for presentation. And hopefully we'll take would like to get some take-home message, some ideas of we could put forwards, either for joint application or using our flexible fund and trying to prove what we are thinking about the future. And on this, I will thank you, and we will probably move for the first talk.